Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yardmaster, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Our next hero ship on the list is the IKS Qo'nos 1, 25th century, or early 25th century edition.
Let's get this started, huh? Now,
Yeah.
let's get something out of the way. Let's get something completely out of the way. In fact, I even have a clip ready at hand to explain something, just to make something clear.
Yeah.
Laurel, as far as we are concerned, does not exist.
Yeah.
In fact, I would like to make abundantly clear using a line from TNG proper.
Women may not.
So, yeah. Women cannot serve on the High Council. Therefore, under normal circumstances, a woman cannot be Chancellor.
Or even have a seat on the council. Now, a lot of you are going to be pointing out, what about as it bore?
That was a very exceptional case.
Most likely as a result of, okay, she's popular. We will name her acting Chancellor. Acting.
Yeah.
Until the Khitomer Accords are dealt with and we're finally at peace with the Federation because she champions her father's ideals, they're popular throughout the Empire.
And we need this now, given the whole Praxis situation.
So they go introduce an interim thing. Eventually someone else would take her place. She essentially speaks for her father, akin to, I believe there's a practice where someone speaks for the dead in ancient cultures. So effectively, she is speaking for her dead father. So, that explains as it bore. Screw Laurel. Also, she's a Romanian vampire orc thing, so screw that.
Yeah.
So, Martok is the one truly in charge.
Yeah. And quick note here, even Star Trek Adventures says that the Klingon ships from STD were not Klingon. They were salvaged Herc ships. Which does make sense given Herc's stylings in STO, but yeah. Anyway, this was probably built during Jim Pock's reign.
Though he used the Vaudeville style Christock. Most likely his personal house flagship. Meaning this thing was more chancerial and he never used it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Martok
hates big ships. He prefers birds of prey. He loves the Rotar, and hell, it's the flagship of his house now. So
So he only breaks this thing out. And so he only breaks out Qo'nos 1 when he needs to make a big presence diplomatically. It's basically his diplomatic flagship and a sign of the power, of the prestige and power of the Empire.
You know, in a way, it could be said that this is their version of the Enterprise.
In a way, yeah. Technically, the IKS Bortas'qu is a more closer Enterprise equivalent as the flagship of the fleet. This is more
Federation 1?
Yeah.
But still, it could apply as a counterpart of the Enterprise.
Yeah.
Just food for thought. So, let's get to statting.
Yes, let's get to the stats for this big boy. 2409, entered service 2409, or possibly earlier, who knows? We just have that as sort of a default because matching the AUDI. Systems values are comms 10, computers 8, engines 11, sensors 9, structure 12, weapons 13, just like any other port. It uses the flagship profile, so the departments are Command 5, Con 1, Security 4, Engineering 2, Science 2, Medicine 1. For talents, it has ablative armor, cloaking device, command ship, and secondary reactors from its from the Bortas'qu profile. The flagship profile gives it diplomatic suites because, of course, the Chancellor and his top advisors must have the most luxurious accommodations available. Obviously. And we also give this thing deluxe galley because, well, but this thing will also have room for the best foodstuffs and dedicated subspace transceiver array for extra communications abilities. Weapons, it has the standard Bork suite. Disruptor arrays, disruptor banks, disruptor cannons, quantum torpedoes, transphasic torpedoes, and a strength 6 tractor beam. And for special rules, it has a quantum slipstream burst drive. Rules for that are in a few instances, are in a few places in the Utopia Planitia book. It also has the Trosh bird of prey, which is basically their version of the Aquarius, and a disruptor autocannon. Before attacking with basically, also sometimes called the jackhammer, at least in some fan fiction stuff that I've worked with other people with in the past. It's a powerful autocannon system on the bow which could produce devastating firepower, with the downside of increased power consumption and the fact that the ship's bow needs to be facing the target. Before attacking with disruptor cannons, the commanding officer may use a direct action to authorize the use of the autocannon system. This costs 6 power and increases the difficulty of the attack by 2, but allows a momentum spend of 2 momentum to double the stress rating of a successful attack. This is repeatable. So if you have up to the maximum of 6 momentum, if you have the maximum of 6 momentum, you could potentially do quadruple damage. Or if you roll extra momentum as a result of the attack, you could do more damage that way too. Anyway, lastly, descriptor traits. Klingon starship, top of the line as of 2409, and diplomatic flagship, because, again, Martok prefers the much smaller craft.
Kind of says something about the man, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now,
And
we still have no idea what to do with the subspace snare. It'd be nice if somebody, gave us some goddamn suggestions.
Yeah, comments. And I might ask some people who are more experts in STA than either of us are to potentially come on in a guest role and give us some feedback for some of these consoles that we have no idea about.
Anyway, that is the IKS Qo'nos 1 Bortas'qu class. Fancy, but unwanted. Mostly because Martok's really a store guy. Really simple.
Yep. Speaking of Martok, look forward to the next one.
Indeed.